A very good morning, friends. So, I hope you're all safe and healthy. Well, it's been a long journey discussing a couple of aspects of Indus 101 in bits and parts with you. And I remember that this journey started off, with the terminology related to Indus 101. And then we went ahead and looked into the aspect of the exceptions and the exemptions which are available in terms of making the opening Indus balance sheet. We focused upon the Appendix B, which was comprising of the mandatory exceptions. And then we went ahead and looked into the Appendix C as well as Appendix D, which was talking about the optional exemptions. In terms of Appendix C, we were looking at the exemptions related typically to business combinations, and then the exemptions available with reference to the other Indus was covered under the Appendix D. Now, interestingly, once the opening Indus balance sheet is made and you've also made the comparative financials based on Indus, and you've also made the financial statements for the current year, that is the first Indus reporting period, Indus 101 also requires us to make certain reconciliations as well. That means we need to basically explain the position in terms of the previous GAAP and the Indus, because you've got the financials for a particular period, especially the comparatives and the opening Indus balance sheet, which is made as per the previous GAAP also and is made as per Indus also. So in order to explain the change from the previous GAAP to the Indus also requires 101 also requires you to make certain reconciliation statements. So in this particular video, the focus is which reconciliation statements are required and for which period they are required. So let's find this in detail in this video, that which reconciliations and for what period these reconciliations need to be made. एग्जामिनेशंस दिसंबर 21 के समाप्त हो गए और अब समय आता है कि हम उन पेपर का एनालिसिस करें ताकि आप ये इवेल्युएट कर सकें, इसका इंतज़ार ना करना पड़े कि रिजल्ट्स आएंगे तो क्या इवेल्युएशंस होंगी। आपके साथ अनअकैडमी पर लेके आ रहे हैं डी कोड सेशंस, जो आपके दिसंबर 21 के पेपर्स हुए हैं उनके सब्जेक्ट वाइज एनालिसिस करेंगे, जिनमें अलग अलग टॉप एजुकेटर्स आपके साथ जुड़ेंगे। लॉ में अमित पोपली सर, एसएफएम में राहुल मलकान सर, ऑडिट में खुशबू सांघवी मैम, और फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग का एनालिसिस मैं आपके साथ करूंगा। ये एनालिसिस फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्टिंग का आपके साथ करूंगा 22 दिसंबर को मॉर्निंग में 10:30 टू 11:30। ये सेशन एब्सोल्युटली फ्री होगा। आप इसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया है, आप इस लिंक से ऐप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं और इस स्पेशल क्लास को एब्सोल्युटली फ्री देख सकते हैं। यदि आप प्लेटफॉर्म पर नए हैं तो मेरा कोड इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं CAKB10 और इससे ये सेशन एब्सोल्युटली फ्री अनलॉक होगा। तो आइए, लेट्स डू दिस एनालिसिस एंड लेट्स क्रैक इट। Well, you can see a very interesting colorful chart, and don't worry, I'm going to elaborate this particular chart as well, but I think it'll give you a very good view in terms of what kind of reconciliations are required and for what period the reconciliations are required. So let's, I think, look at this particular chart. Now, as you can see in this particular chart, that we have taken the period that is 1617 as the year when the first Indus reporting period is taken. So let's consider that the company decided in the year 1617 to make the financial statements based on Indus. And then accordingly, the comparative periods will become the year 1516. And accordingly, we can say that 1st April 15 also becomes a transition date when the opening Indus balance sheet is going to be made. So the company is going to make the financials for the year 1617 based on Indus. Now, no reconciliations will be made for the year 1617 because 1617 is purely based on Indus, so we don't have any financials made as per the previous GAAP. Naturally, reconciliations would arise only when you've got financial statements based on a previous GAAP. So focusing on the comparative period, that is year 15-16, and focusing on the transition date, that is April 15. Now there are two typical reconciliations required. Number one, you need to do equity reconciliations, and number two, you need to do reconciliations of the income statement. Now, as far as the income statement reconciliation is concerned, since you've got a P&L for the comparative period that is 15-16 based on a previous gap, and you've got an income statement for the same period based on Ind AS, so you need to make a reconciliation statement reconciling the profit and loss for the year 15-16 vis-a-vis the previous gap and the Ind AS. That's one. Secondly, we are making an opening Ind AS balance sheet, and we're also making a balance sheet on, you can say, 31st March 16 or as good as 1st April 16. So there would be a balance sheet based on the previous gap on April 15, and there is a balance sheet based on a previous gap on April 16. So what do we need to do? We need to do an equity reconciliations on the two dates. So in simple words, we can say that we are required to do two reconciliations for equity. One is on the date of transition, in my example, April 15, 1st April 15. And the second is another equity reconciliation, you can say at the end of the comparative period, and that is supposed to be, you can say, 1st April 16. And apart from this, we are also required to make a reconciliation statement, which is for the profit and loss for the comparative period that is 15 and 16. So in total, you can say we are required to make a total of 3 reconciliation statements. So as we said that, apart from the aspect of making an opening Ind AS balance sheet and changing the comparatives, explanation to the change is what is required as per Ind AS 101. So these are the reconciliations required. That's all in this particular video. So thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye.